Okay, do stay with us, Major General. We have further updates on this story, where the Polish President Nawrocki has described the recent drone incidents as an unprecedented moment in NATO's history and announced a Security Council meeting within 48 hours to address the situation. This comes after Poland confirmed its forces shot down Russian drones over its airspace, marking the first direct engagement with Russian assets since the 2022 Ukraine conflict began. While details of the event remain unclear, Nawrocki emphasized the urgency of gathering full information before taking action. He has been in close contact with NATO allies and key international leaders. Let's listen in to the Polish president.
Ta informacja, że w ciągu 48 godzin będziemy mieli pełną informację o tym, co się wydarzyło w Polsce, skłoniła mnie też do decyzji, aby w ciągu 48 godzin zwołać Radę Bezpieczeństwa Narodowego. Na Radzie Bezpieczeństwa Narodowego musimy już dysponować pełnymi informacjami, aby móc w sposób odpowiedni reagować na zaistniałą sytuację. W całym tym procesie, Szanowni Państwo, pozostawałem także w regularnym kontakcie i z prezydentami naszych państw sojuszniczych, a także z sekretarzem generalnym NATO Markiem Rutte. To jest bezprecedensowy moment w historii Sojuszu Północnoatlantyckiego, ale też w historii tej najnowszej Polski. Ten atak dronów jest rzeczywiście, drodzy Państwo, wyjątkowy, więc musimy wyciągnąć pełne konsekwencje z tego, co się stało.
Adding to the international response, Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof confirmed that the Netherlands Air Force provided support in intercepting the Russian drones over Poland overnight. He praised the role of the Dutch F-35 fighter jets and reaffirmed the Netherlands stands shoulder to shoulder within its NATO ally Poland. Meanwhile, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni expressed full solidarity with Poland, calling the airspace breach by Russia a serious and unacceptable violation. We are once again joined by Major General Anthana to discuss this further. Major General, 19 incursions deep into Ukrainian territory and, of course, subsequently Poland. What does this symbolize? We have had confirmation that these have been Russian drones now, with a wide plethora of reactions from allies of Ukraine alike. If these drones are Russian, what does this symbolize? Is this further aggression into Eastern Europe by Vladimir Putin?
See, in case it is confirmed that they are Russian drones, in that case, what it symbolizes is maybe that there is a supply chain getting in from Poland to Ukraine, and maybe there may be a message by Russians to convey that this supply must stop, because earlier Russia did give some warnings of this kind, that in case a military supply takes place, then the military supply chain will also be a legitimate target for Russians. Now, this is the only logic which sinks to my mind as far as Russian drones in Poland is concerned. Otherwise, reading the battle, it does not make a military sense for Russia to attack Poland for the reasons which I just explained, that expansion of war for Russia it makes little military sense when they have not yet been able to complete or fulfill their entire aim in Ukraine. So we will have to perhaps take this with a pinch of salt, because earlier also, and there are precedences, and that's why I'm repeatedly saying this. Earlier also, if you recall, there was a case that, okay, the Nord Stream pipeline has been sabotaged by Russia. This is the campaign started by Ukraine. Then NATO countries joined it. And subsequently, they found that it was only Ukrainians who did it. Similarly, I gave you the case of the air defense missile debris getting into Poland. So things have happened in past. Now, if there are concrete evidences that, okay, it can also be a case of an overshot by drones or missiles in some manner, but it is unlikely, because Russians' strikes have been reasonably precised, and the chances of mistake of they overflowing and getting into Poland inadvertently are minimal. So, in all probabilities, either the Russians are striking the supply line, or it is a false flag operation masterminded by Ukraine to get NATO into it somehow, and supported by Poland because they also feel threatened. That is what I would say. I would put my assessment at this point of time.
Okay, and also we've had a response from NATO by framing this as an incursion, but not an attack. How could this create an ambiguity that Moscow could possibly exploit, given the soft, seemingly response by the North Atlantic Treaty Organization?
See, NATO will be very, very careful in getting involved with direct fight with Russia, because like it or not, Russia is has the largest nuclear arsenal, and it can trigger into a much bigger war. So NATO will be, before they invoke this Article 4, they will certainly be very, very careful in understanding all the implications and analyzing all the implications before they actually acknowledge that Article 4 needs to be invoked. So apparently, NATO is reasonably careful, and NATO knows that such kind of false flag operations have been masterminded by Ukraine in past. What is known to us, I'm sure, is much better known to NATO as well. So perhaps they will also make their own assessments before they come to any conclusion.
Yes, we have further news coming in, Major General. Do stay with us. Polish authorities have discovered 7 drones and part of a